Action.
Guys, welcome to episode 30 of Yapville.
30?
30. Dirty 30.
Oh my god, Yapville is almost as old as I am.
We're gonna get really messy for our dirty 30th episode.
Yeah, we're really dirty.
We love messy drama that isn't ours. Your drama is our entertainment. Welcome to Yapville. We're your hosts, Taryn and Amanda. And we love to yap and talk about movies and read Reddit stories and figure out who's in the wrong or just kind of take our own spin on your drama.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Hi, Norman.
My cat Norman is joining us. My cute little old man. I don't like calling him an old man, though. He's only 11.
He's not that old.
He's a stressed out boy.
Yeah. Remember you always call him Worm?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have a worm on his tail.
Yeah, he's stressed, so he licked the tip of his tail fur off. Hopefully
it's really cute, though.
It's like a little rat tip.
It is a little rat tail.
He's got a little rat tail.
Sorry, I won't touch you.
He had to get a steroid injection last Saturday, so he had a very sensitive stomach all week, my poor baby.
I was watching this TikTok yesterday of this girl. Do you know who Tara Lynn is? That I'm finna be in the pit. Insufferable. But you know how she loves animals and she sexually aroused her bird?
Oh, I feel like I heard about that.
Well, I just watched a video of her. Apparently, she had a fish sent to her house that needed to be rehomed. It's a pleco fish, which is like a sucker fish. Mm-hmm. They delivered it in a fucking cardboard box. It took 2 weeks to get there. It was obviously dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How fucking terrible is that?
Did they just put it in a cardboard box?
And with some water in it, but
I mean, did they put any freezer packs or anything?
No, it was just wrapped up.
And it was dead when she got it?
Mm-hmm. She knew. She was opening it and she was like, oh, I can smell it. Oh, yeah, it's definitely dead. And she was crying and freaking out because she knew.
That's so sad.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Where did they send it to her from?
I don't know. But
that needs to be overnighted and taken care of.
That's exactly, yeah. That's what she was saying.
If it was from a different country, I don't know what they do, but at the post office, if you send something, they have to know there's a live animal in there.
It literally said the box live fish. But I got confused because of the caption was let's stop delivering animals. And I was like, then why the fuck did you order one? But I realized it was someone rehoming it. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine someone I'm going to send you my animal?
How old was it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know how long
11 years, I think.
Holy shit. I wonder how long they're supposed to live.
One of the comments was people were imagine living 8 years or 11 years in your home and then having to be shipped away in a box, in a dark box for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's really sad, and that's how you die.
Sad. And I don't even love fish like that. I think
I was going to say,
but
you said she's an animal person, but birds and fish, I'm just, cats, give me cats.
I love all animals, but yeah, I'm not a big bird or fish person.
I mean, I love all animals. I just know what I want to take care of.
I'll take care of anything. When I was a kid, I found a robin's egg. And
she still has the robin to this day?
Yep. It's my carrier pigeon. I found a robin's egg and I said, I'm gonna take care of this egg until a baby comes out.
Did you incubate it?
I tried with a fucking flashlight. I was 6. I tried to incubate it and keep it warm under a blanket, and I'd go to the garage every day to check if anything happened. A month went by, nothing happened. I was
did your parents know you had it?
Yeah. It was this bright blue egg. It was really pretty. Nothing happened. So I don't even know what happened to the egg.
Maybe it's still in your parents' garage.
My mom probably used it to cook some eggs in the morning.
How big was it?
Oh, it was tiny.
I was gonna say.
It looks like one of those
It's like a thumbprint.
No, it's one of those.
It's speckled blue.
Molt.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
those are so ones. Gross. Those are gross.
I like those.
Guys, we're filming our coming to you from 3 weeks in the past. This is the 3rd episode we're filming today. I just had to spend $1,400 on my car. I had to spend another $800 in a couple months. I hate everything. I hate being an adult.
I hate adulting.
Did you see me? Adulting is so lame.
I hate that. I don't want to sound millennial. I think it's cringe. Mm-hmm. So we should
embrace the cringe.
No.
Okay.
I want to be Gen Z real bad. Are we like?
Why?
Are we like? Technically, I know we're millennials, but we're like at the older end of millennials, right? Like because we were like.
No, we're the younger millennials.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like, because the millennials start from like 85 to like.
I think like 97 or 96 is Gen Z.
Yeah, so we're like kind of. We're the cusp.
When were you born? 92?
Yeah. We're the cusp of Gen Z, so we're not total millennials. We don't wear skinny jeans.
My skinny jeans don't fit me. 1997 to 2012.
Okay.
So I'm 6 years out of that because I was born in 91.
I'm 5 years, so I am technically a millennial. I sent Taryn a picture of my Von Dutch hat that I just bought, and she didn't say anything.
I remember the Von Dutch store at our little mall in our town.
I love Von Dutch.
And I want
2000s back.
I was sad that I could never afford it because didn't have a job because I was in middle school. But I wanted the jeans that said Von Dutch on the back.
Yes, those are all coming back. It's
really?
Y2K. Which, I watched the Y2K movie. You would fucking love it.
I tried to watch it and I just couldn't get into it. But I was like not in like a focus time.
You would like it because it's like silly and unserious.
And like campy and I never really got into like Freddy and Jason. Like I like the Halloween movies, but like that kind of campy, I don't know if it's because it's like older. I don't like it, but like modern day campy, I love.
I love the Freddy movies. I think they're so funny.
Did you ever watch Dream Warrior?
Mm-hmm.
And did you see that Freddy was in love with Taryn?
Yeah.
But millennial is also known as Generation Y, like why do we exist? Expands from 1981 to 1996. That came out in 1981.
Why did we stop coming up with names with Gen Z? Like boomers, millennial, Gen Z.
I know now, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, Gen Delta, I don't know. What is right now, Gen Beta?
I don't know. They are beta. They're all fucking brain fried, fucking brain rot.
Yeah.
iPad kids.
Beta is between 2025 and 2039.
Oh.
What comes after that? After Gen Beta will be
Gamma.
Generation Gamma between 2040 and 2052.
Scary. We'll be old.
It's just so fucking crazy.
I just recently fell down a rabbit hole because there's this TikTok, and don't even ask me what it is, but the name of it. But it's a guy who said he woke up in the hospital, and it's February 27th. It's February, not 27th. It's February 25th, 2027, and he says he's like a time traveler.
Oh, I've seen.
And there's just nothing. Like, he's in these like highly populated areas, but it's just nothing. There's no one there. And people are trying to debunk it, like maybe he's filming in the morning when no one's there, but it doesn't make sense. It's like these highly populated streets that are usually filled with people at any time of the day, and there's just no one there. And then he was like, if you don't believe me, I'll leave a box. I'll leave a box at the specific street at this time. Go see if it's there. And he recorded a video of it being empty. And people went to go see if the box was there, and the box was there, but people were around. So, like, how, it doesn't make sense, but it also doesn't make sense if he's from 2027, how is he leaving a box there in 2020, like, the 3? And
Yeah.
Anyway, but he's also getting into these, like, restricted areas that, like, normal people like us don't have access to, like, these, like, I don't know, like these restricted areas that aren't to public. So people are like, what is going on?
Go to Area 51 and they'll believe you.
Do you think he's like a cop? Or like, I don't know. It's really fucking strange. But he said that the world ended in 2027. Like, there's no humans.
So why is he there?
Because he was woke up in the hospital.
Oh. So everyone else in the hospital was dead?
I guess.
Besides his room?
He doesn't see bodies. There's no bodies or anything. There's just nothing. He showed like a mall. There was no one in the mall. So people are like, maybe it's like CGI. Like maybe it's a really good editor that's just cutting people out of the video. But it's kind of scary. I don't believe in like time travel, but that's kind of scary for someone to be like 2027. The world's going to be over. That's only like 3 years.
3, that's 2. 1.5.
Well, guys. It's been nice knowing you all. We only have a few years left.
I'm almost in my mid-30s.
Ugh, my sister just turned 40. I almost had an existential existential crisis over it. Yeah,
I want to hear more about her surprise party roast.
It was really good.
Who roasted her?
We all did. Well, it was me, Bobby, Megan, Kyle, and my mom. But Megan,
how was Kyle's roast?
So good. But Megan was the MC, so she like roasted all of us and introduced us. And her roast on me was so fucking funny. But Megan said this really funny thing. She's like, I couldn't even read it without laughing, but she actually held it together. She was talking about how my mom just mispronounces every name brand. Like, it's like her thing. Like, she'll Walmart, it's always Walmart's. Like, it's just...
That's like one of my pet peeves when people call Walmart Walmart's or Chipotle. Chipotle.
She just mispronounces everything. So she says something in her roast like, Cindy's, for the past 15 years called it Super Mario Pajama Time.
Wait, what?
Super Mario Party.
Oh, that's so... I thought it was Super Mario, but I was like, do they have a party time?
It was funny. She was just saying funny stuff. And the roast on me were really funny, too. But it was a really good time.
What did she say for you?
That. She's like, oh, poor little Amanda. She's like, somehow you're the daisy around all the garbage or something. And saying, like, how my Kyle and Allison, like, tortured me as a child, but I still show up to these family events with my makeup done and smile on my face. And it was really sweet. And that I'm always spiraling, and there's always something happening in my life where...
I want to know about Kyle's roast.
Man, his was so funny. He was just talking about how Allison and Kyle were fucking psychos when they were kids. Like, they made a fort, and they wanted to cut their fingers to write in blood, keep out on a sign.
Oh my god, that's funny.
They were crazy. My cousin Kyle and my sister were psychopaths. Like, this is why I don't want children. I think it stems from them as children.
I think that's, like, where mine developed, too, because my little brother and sister were, like, monsters.
They, apparently, it's this huge family story that we always tell at our family parties. My sister and Kyle, when they were really young, we all used to go camping. And there was this little girl that walked around with, like, a little stroller with a baby doll in it. And she would turn off all the lights at the end of the night around all the campsites so she could get free ice cream. It was like an incentive. Uh-huh. So Kyle and Allison hated that she was going to get free ice cream. So they stole her baby doll stroller and ripped the wheels off the fucking stroller and buried them in the fucking sand. She's like, you're not getting ice cream.
Where did they ever get in trouble?
I mean, yeah, they would get, like, yelled at, but they were
just
evil.
No, but I mean,
evil.
Like, the burying the wheels. Did they get caught?
No.
That's
They're just
so
evil.
funny.
They're just evil.
That's really funny.
They were evil fucking kids, and they would torture me. And then I would get yelled at because I'd be the one being dramatic about it, crying. My grandma would be like, Amanda, shut up!
You should tell the audience to look up for unclaimed funds.
Oh, yes. And everyone look up your name at unclaimed funds because you could have some money in there.
I've done that, and so you didn't know that money was coming to you?
I don't even know what it's from.
So, did you go on the website and look up unclaimed funds, or you just got random checks in the mail?
Well, I always get random, like, dividend checks from when my dad died, or from even when my dad was alive. I would get dividend checks for, like, 12 cents and shit, and I, like, would just throw them away. I'm not going to the bank to cash in 12 cents. But
you do it on your bank app.
My bank app does not let me deposit checks. I don't know why. It just doesn't. And I try calling customer support, and they literally are like, we don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so I didn't really care to do the unclaimed funds. I was like, this is gonna be like $12. It was like $300 fucking dollars. So
I've checked before, and
you just search by your last name and your first name.
I never have anything.
No.
But do you know what it's from? Like,
no.
That's crazy.
It's probably just all the dividends that I've collected up over the years.
Oh, true, because you don't ever cash it.
Yeah, maybe.
That makes sense.
See, I'd rather just wait until it's a high sum, you know?
That makes sense. All right, guys, should we get into these stories?
Sure.
Or should we yap for 3 more minutes?
I feel like I just talked the whole time. You should say something.
Oh my god, I do that a lot, though. Well, I mean, 3 weeks in the future, Companion is finally out for free, and I'm going to watch it tonight and eat food and be a vegetable because I'm so sleepy.
I want to be a vegetable really bad right now.
All right, you're first.
Oh,
Oh, you're first, actually, Amanda.
All right. For my first story, it's coming from True Off My Chest. My wife has a pregnancy fetish, and I think it's gross, but I don't know how to tell her. Girl, easy. Be like, ew. You're gross. My wife has a pregnancy kink. It's not like I'm also finding out of the blue, but also I wasn't completely open about it from the beginning of our relationship. She refuses to say she has a kink or to label it as it really is. Kinks are weird and gross to her. She's sort of shy about many things when it comes to sex, and I feel like I learn new things about her sexually all the time. That's kind of exciting in a way, and I'm happy when she decides to be more uninhibited with me, because I know it's hard for her. I'd say this pregnancy thing has trickled out over time, but recently some things have come to light. Things that she shared with me that she wasn't open about before. She's not on birth control. We use condoms sometimes, but mainly we use the pull-out method. I know that's not actually reliable birth control, but that's not the point here. If a married couple agrees to the risks, I don't think it's anyone else's business. But the reason why we use this method is because the risk of pregnancy, or being able to feel like she's getting pregnant, is a turn on to the point where she can't get turned on if that risk isn't there. Girl, I am opposite of you. Sometimes I don't pull out. During these times, it's always when chances are the lowest that she'll get pregnant. She doesn't actually want to get pregnant. She says she doesn't even know if for sure if she wants kids ever. Sometimes we watch porn together when having sex. She's a lot pickier about what we watch than I am, but she usually wants me to find something to turn on. Until recently, she had been too embarrassed to share what she liked watching. She got frustrated one night when she was struggling to orgasm during sex, so she asked to turn on some porn. And this time, she wanted to pick it out. I thought that was great. She was finally going to share one of her favorites with me. The video featured a heavily pregnant woman having sex. She told me she almost always watches pregnancy porn. I had a hard time being aroused by it. I don't think pregnant women are unattractive, but it's just something uncomfortable for me watching a pregnant woman have sex, especially since so much attention was on the woman's belly. It felt wrong to me.
I wonder if she was watching Lena.
Oh, God. Like, I'd only want to be eye to that if my partner who was pregnant, not a random pregnant woman posting sex videos online.
It's so weird.
She tends to be uninhibited once she gets very turned on. It's before that she's very shy about things. So while still riding the high of her arousal after watching this video, she was telling me about some of her favorite videos she tends to go back to over and over. She told me she watches videos of women giving birth and gets off to these videos.
Ew.
What the fuck? It really disturbs me. Me too. I mean, I feel like we've been so open to everything else that she's told me, and I'm so willing to try new things, but watching women give birth and masturbating over that, we're talking about birth videos that weren't made for purposes of porn, and I think that crosses the line, and honestly, I'm so turned off about the thought. I haven't told her how turned off I am about what she told me. I told her that she's a pregnancy kink, and she got mad, swore she didn't. I don't know what else you'd call it. It takes so long to get her to be more open sexually and share things with me. So if I share how I really feel, I'll worry that she'll completely shut me out and won't tell me anything anymore. At the same time, I don't want her to watch pregnancy porn with her. And there's no way I will ever have sex while watching a woman give birth. I don't even think I could physically be turned on enough to have sex.
Has to bird box it.
I don't really want to spend the rest of my life having to cater to this kink every time we have sex. And it seems like she can't get aroused unless pregnancy is involved. So not that I'm an expert, but you need the kink to get off. You have to incorporate it every single time. That's a huge problem for me. It feels gross just typing this. I'm not about to tell any of my friends that my wife has a pregnancy fetish. That's what it is. Not even a kink, but a fetish. I don't think I could say it out loud because it's just so weird for me. Honestly, if she had been upfront about this from the beginning of our relationship, I probably wouldn't have continued it for much longer because it's not something I also enjoy.
Oh my gosh, are they married? Oh God, they are married. That almost
Bless
feels
you.
like pedophile-y.
Birth videos?
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Well, once again, I'm kink shaming.
Well, girl, this is a kink that deserves to be shamed.
You need to be ashamed of this kink.
If she can't get there without thinking about it, it's past kink into fetish territory. And she's gonna have to accept that at some point, because watching childbirth videos, and also the whole risk thing when she's not sure if she wants kids, that's bordering unconsolable.
Yeah. And,
No, that's
is she gonna get an abortion and masturbate while it's happening? There's another...
Wait, they said that's bordering unconscionable. Is that a word?
There's a comment that says, childbirth videos and masturbation should never be in the same sentence. And OP responded, childbirth, anything, and masturbation should never be in the same sentence. There's another comment on here, and it says, there's a type of birth plan that includes having orgasm while birthing a child. Orgasms during childbirth are known as birthgasms or orgasmic birth. Orgasmic birth refers to experiencing sexual pleasure, including orgasm during childbirth. I don't know, man. Shit is seriously weird.
What the fuck?
So...
That just made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. That makes me really uncomfortable.
Let me add this to the list of reasons not to have kids.
Yeah.
I remember the post where a woman was alerted her own birth video was on the internet. Turns out it was her husband who initially posted it, and it spread like wildfire in the pregnancy kink fetish forums.
Oh.
Not sure if it was the same post, as I don't recall the info circulating around friends, but it was horrible. Sounds like she needs to chill on the porn altogether. Too much porn can be very desensitizing to a point where she needs childbirthing video to get off as wild. OP said, in that sense, I feel like I created a monster. She had never even masturbated before we started dating. In her world, sex was bad and dirty. I had never dated somebody with these hang-ups before. I genuinely fell for her so quick and told myself, okay, I can be as patient as I need to be, and I can do what she'll let me to help her see that sex is not dirty or a thing to be ashamed of. I didn't force her to do anything that she didn't want to do, and I didn't force her to masturbate or watch porn. I just tried to help her feel comfortable exploring her sexuality, that it was okay to masturbate if she wanted to, and that she should watch porn and not be ashamed of it. I introduced her to these things and tried to normalize it, and now she watches porn more than I do.
I would, set boundaries and just be like, this makes me really uncomfortable. Like, I can't have sex with someone who gets off to childbirth, and Oof. If she doesn't change, then...
Girl,
leave her.
I'm sorry.
I guess the concept is just fucking disgusting. I'm just trying to, find a way around it.
If I went upstairs and saw Edwin joinking it to even just pregnancy sex, I'd be like,
sir,
we're breaking up.
Yeah, sir, get on and back to California.
Birth videos, you're on a watch list.
Yeah, you're right. That is, crossing so many lines. Some kinks...
should be shamed.
Yeah, but also some kinks, it's just not right.
No.
Is that even a kink, or are you a fucking pedophile?
Is that even a kink, or are you just fucking weird?
Yeah. OP, run.
Leave.
Run for the hills.
Do not have children with this person.
Oh god, imagine if she was pregnant.
Oh my god.
So, this next story is coming from RBI, and the title is, How Do I Find Out Who's Behind a Fake Account? Trigger warning, child loss. A fake account is using my 20 male photos on Snapchat under the username Sarah and then a bunch of numbers. Sarah was also the name for a fake account made of my first cousin, female 21, a few months ago. I fully believe, based on the info I have, there's more, that this is the same person, specifically my ex-situationship. There's something regarding my passed-on son on this account using my photos, specifically a photo of me and my ex. My ex made disgusting insults about me when I refused to meet her for drinks because his birthday was coming up and I miss him. She already knows. The 1-year anniversary for when he passed is coming up, so the timing of this is suspicious. His birthday is the 17th of December, and this account has their birthday set as the 7th of December. I think it's her making a personal dig at me, but didn't remember his birthday as I cut contact after seeing how dismissive she was being towards my grief. I don't want a court case for harassment. Could get that at this point because there's other stuff too. But I don't want that. I want her to stop ruining a very important day regarding my son and making it about her. She made his death about her. He's not her son, and she never even knew him. Made his birthday about her, and now this happens when he's gone nearly a year. I'm livid, but just want it to stop. Leaving out info so she won't be identified except for a username, as I know she's using her spare phone for the fake account, so it's not linked to her real account. Call it a hunch. That's crazy. That's sad.
That's disgusting.
The top comment is, unless you want to take her to court, this whole thing is pointless. Ignore her, block her, and move on. Otherwise, you'll want a restraining order. OP said, I have her blocked on everything months before this. All my new info is from her former friends who got similar treated after I called it quits and decided to show me everything. That was in person, not planned. So I could see they weren't leaving anything out. She still finds ways to contact my friends and my family too. I just want to have proof so I can finally say, stop, I know it's you. If you don't quit, I'm posting this.
That's great. That's disgusting.
Yeah, don't taunt this poor guy about his dead child. Someone else said, stop talking to anyone about it. Don't talk to her friends. Don't talk to anyone. She will stop doing it once you stop reacting. Do you know how fucking crazy women can be?
Yeah. Just like men, we can be just as crazy.
Holy moly. So, I'm just going to read this. Opie said, thanks for the information. It's nearly 3 a.m. here, so I'll read through it after I get some sleep. I've already reported the Snapchat account, so let's hope they do something. Thank you. I refuse to let her taint my boy's memory and life, even though she definitely wanted to replace him. I met her a little bit after he died, absolutely overtaken by grief, and I didn't realize it at the time how much she inserted herself when I mentioned him. She was trying to put him in the shadows. Absolutely not. People are wild. Someone said, I cannot imagine your grief, and it's absolutely cruelest thing to use your child's passing to hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that this horrific time made it worse. And OP said, it comes and goes, really. Common in my family. My baby cousin's 2 years old funeral was 3 weeks ago. My mother lost 2 children. My grandmother buried 10.
Oh my God.
The family curse, as I call it. You think you're better, and then you see something like small kids' clothes in a shop or a mother scolding her child, and it comes back like that. I'm still in counseling for it, and I cope through poetry, often with religious symbolisms, as it truly shook my faith in God. And just talking about how she stooped low, but that's so fucking sad.
That's terrible.
Poor OP. I'm sorry that your family's cursed.
I know, it does sound like a curse.
All right, on to Amanda's juicer.
I have a juicer. This is coming from Best of Redditor Updates. My 33 female husband, 34 male, fell in love with another woman and wants to try polyamory. I thought this was relevant to my life. There's trigger warnings: infidelity, verbal abuse, manipulation, psychological abuse, stalking, harassment, emotional abuse, gaslighting, and assault. Sounds like my life.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
I said, is this play about us? All right. Original post. This is a recap. Hi. I've been married to my hubby for about 4 years. We've been together for 12. This is literally me.
How plays about you?
After a lot of financial struggle, we bought a house and we were now planning to have kids.
Not you.
Thing is, a few months ago, my husband fell sick and had to stay home for a while. He decided to pick up an online game and started having weekly sessions with a group of players. Among them is a girl. 30, I think. Long story short, he fell in love with her. He broke down crying a month ago and admitted it. He told me it built up so gradually he didn't understand how he felt until it was too late. This is triggering me. They started texting privately after meeting and eventually had one-on-one phone calls together. Then at some point he realized she told him she was in love with him, and he realized it was mutual. He said he told her it was impossible, but he loved her too. They tried to be friends, but they couldn't resist and continued to show affection for each other. He showed me the texts. But also venture into sexting. She asked if they can meet him face to face, but he refused. So he told me all this, apologized over and over again, and told me that he couldn't control himself. And while he wanted to love us both, it was me he would choose no matter what. Maybe this isn't me because I wasn't chosen. I was still...
Well, first you were.
Thank God for that. I wasn't chosen. Oof. I was still very upset and slept at a friend's that night to gather my thoughts. I decided to forgive him. Girl.
Maybe she'll learn a lesson by now.
Because I clearly felt guilt and I wanted to work it out. I told him that while I was deeply hurt, I appreciated him coming forward to me and being honest about what happened. We got into a long conversation about how we were feeling in our relationship. I accepted that he could love anyone else, but I didn't like how he handled it. He agreed. And then yesterday he asked me if he was comfortable opening up the marriage to polyamory. He said he still wanted to live with me and have kids, but can't erase nor ignore the feelings he has for her. Yeah? He says he wants to do it right and let us both see each other with clear boundaries and communication and still be present for one another. I'm going to be honest. It made me very uncomfortable at first. We have several friends who are poly. I know more or less how it works, but I myself never thought about getting into it. I'm not against it. It just never crossed my mind before. I'm not trying to think it through. I'm trying to think it through, but it's a lot to take in. What can you guys give me your opinions on this? The top comment is, I'd be divorcing so fast.
Yeah, and like, wants to open up to poly. The husband just wants the best of both worlds. He doesn't want to divorce his wife, but he wants to be able to fuck another chick. Like, did it mention anything about him letting her hook up with other people or bringing guys into the relationship? Like, but
this literally sounds like my life. Like, sounds like my past relationship. And my biggest advice is run.
Yeah.
As fast as you can and don't look back.
And get divorced.
Get divorced sooner than later.
Get divorced through with the people so it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And make your ex pay for all of it.
Yeah, and also make sure to keep all your animals.
Yeah, what are the comments saying?
Well, there's updates.
It's almost like, I mean, he was like cheating.
Yeah, that's cheating.
I mean, and sexting, like...
That's cheating.
Digitally cheating. And isn't it so weird how he could... Like, if he didn't stay home because he wasn't feeling good that day from work and never download that game, this would have never happened. Do you ever think about shit that way?
Well, yeah, but also, some people... Do you think that emotional cheating is worse than physical? I think they're...
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they're, like, even.
Same, but emotional cheating is just different because... I mean, physical cheating is just as bad, but...
You're building a relationship with somebody.
Yes, like, you're falling in love versus just, like, she was hot.
Yeah, she was hot. I want to get my cock
sucked.
Gobbled.
All right. So, April 25th, 2.5 weeks later. First off, I'm sorry I didn't reply to all your comments. I'm very thankful for them. To answer some questions, the other girl wanted to meet him, but they never did. Partly because my husband refused, but mostly because she lives too far from here. I still got checked for STDs, though, and I'm clean. As for our polyamory friends, they apparently were the ones who suggested him to go down the polyamory road.
Wow.
Shocking! I stopped talking to them for now. I'll deal with the bigger problem first. I told him his actions hurt me deeply, and that while I appreciate to him admitting his affair, it was still infidelity. I told them what you guys said, that turning into polyamory was merely greenlighting the affair after the fact. The polyamory should be built on mutual trust and communication, which he already broke, and I didn't feel respected. It destroyed him. He said he already knew deep down, but didn't want to admit it, neither to me nor himself. We both screamed and cried a lot. He finally admitted he wanted to open the marriage for selfish reasons. He said he's very sorry. He cut off contact with the other girl, let me fully access his phone and computer, and now wants to go to counseling to repair our relationship and marriage. He's showing me a lot of affection and attention since then. Although he admits himself, it's sometimes out of guilt and not just out of pure love. And now I want to make it work too, but am I? Or am I just Or is it sunk cost fallacy?
Oh my god, they talk about that all the time on fucking Two Hot Takes.
What is that?
Sunken cost fallacy? I don't even know what it means. Let me look it up really quick. Not put money into something, but put a lot of, like, time and effort.
True, that you don't want to...
Phenomenon... Sunken cost fallacy is the phenomenon whereby a person is reluctant to abandon a strategy or a course of action because they have invested heavily into it.
Yeah, okay.
Even when it is clear that the abandonment would be more beneficial.
Yeah, that's my life. I don't know. Our first session is in 2 months. And every day I change my mind. Literally yesterday I wanted to leave him. While today it's worth giving it a try. Because we've known each other for so long, we understand each other and have, on a very deep level, share a lot of interests and have built so much together. He was there during the hard parts of my life. He took responsibility for his actions and is really trying. Plus, if I leave him, I have to start my life nearly over from scratch.
So...
Find a place to live, go back to dating for the first time in 12 years. I don't want to lose everything. It sounds very hard and scary. Am I too old for this? Girl, you're 33. But at the same time, that's a form of denial, isn't it? It doesn't matter if those years were good. It's not going to be the same. Even if he gains my trust back, even if I forgive him, I'll never forget. I think he is genuinely remorseful, but isn't it too late for that? I am too empathetic. Him being present now doesn't erase what he's done. Do I want to stay not because I still believe in this relationship, but because I don't have the strength to ask for a divorce? Because it's the easy choice, some kind of codependency. This is like I'm like reading
your life.
Me. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I can picture both paths clearly, and it's tearing me apart. I am lost, maybe even more than I was when I wrote my previous post. I've lost sleep and my appetite. I'm not sure if I enjoy anything in my life anymore. I booked an appointment with a psychologist for me alone to help with this whole thing.
Okay, it's gonna suck, but you're gonna be okay.
Edit. A couple of info I should mention. He told him he was married and wanted us both.
I would be like, I want to see every conversation you've had with this bitch.
She said she just ran away and broke up with him. There are times since then my husband starts feeling sad or angry because of what's basically withdrawal. And for that, he's smart, least sensible enough to blame me. Okay, there's one last update, and it's a good one. By the way, this is from 2024. I just got really confused when I saw July 26. 3 months later. We are divorcing. Hooray.
Hell yeah.
My soon-to-be ex-husband had an emotional affair online and tried to greenlight it by asking for open marriage. He begged me to reconcile with him, to which I agreed while I was trying to prepare my exit. We both went to individual therapy. We separated temporarily 3 times, but every time I came back, it went terribly. He was desperate. He kept trying to cross my boundaries, love bombing me, playing the victim, asking to touch me even though I established I didn't want to, threatening to kill himself if we were divorced. I could go on and on. This finally made me realize, along with my therapist's help, that I was in an abusive relationship, which is the most important part of this update. Please look up the definitions and examples of abuse, because I had no idea what my husband had been doing all these years, even after the affair counted as such. In this case, it was psychological abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, guilt-tripping, blame-shifting, emotional blackmail. Nothing aggressive or mean, which turned me into a very submissive partner over 3 years, always catering to his needs while erasing mine. This is me. I rationalized everything. It happened subtly and gradually, and I was too naive to see it for what it was. His emotional affair and open marriage proposal were the natural continuity of that. Of course, the more I tried to get away from him, the more manipulative he got. Now I was aware of it, and I knew what he was doing. But fighting years of conditioning, even if you recognize it and succeed, is fucking exhausting and disarming. So earlier today, I brought a friend home to assist me. We sat down, the 3 of us, and I told my husband we were over, and I handed him the papers. It might sound dumb, but it's genuinely one of the hardest things I have ever done in my life. Yet he agreed. He repeatedly asked me if I was sure. He reminded me of the family we were planning to have and the best memories together. Was it all for nothing? Apparently, yes. He was heartbroken, clearly mad and frustrated. But still he agreed. We signed them, and we went back to his parents for now. We still have to go through the whole procedure, separate assets, decide what we're going to do with the house and all. And he still wants us to go to marriage counseling. But right now, I feel free. for the first time in months. The last hours have been mixed tear, celebration, and restful sleep.
Wow. Well, you're gonna have a whole new wonderful life.
You really will, I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. This is crazy because, as we talk about my ex a lot on here, which I will go through the whole thing. I'm still dealing with some stuff.
This won't come out for like 3 weeks too.
I'm still dealing with some stuff, but I think it's over. I have text messages saying it's over. So if you want to try anything, I mean, you texted me it's over. So, everything I just read was like a glimpse of myself in 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Crazy. I'm so glad you got a divorce. I was also in a fucking manipulative, fucking love bombing, fucking... It rewires your brain. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what, like, love was. When I started dating Edwin, I was like, you don't love me. Because I wasn't being love bombed. And I wasn't... When me and Edwin would argue, and he wouldn't argue with me for hours, I'm like, you don't love me. Because that's what my ex and I would do. We would fight for fucking hours. And it would just never end. And when I would start a fight with Edwin, and he wasn't fighting me back, I'm like, oh, so you just don't care about me. Like, it literally fucked up my brain. Like, I had to, like, rewire everything. But that's only my side of the story. I mean, my ex also said that I was abusive, too. But,
No, you're not.
I mean,
Amanda defender.
I was a toxic girl. We dated in my early 20s. I was 21 when I met him. I mean, it's, who are you in your early 20s compared to now? So yeah, that's fucking crazy. I'm so glad that you guys got a divorce, and it just felt like I just time traveled. And your life
was really crazy.
Your life's gonna get so much better, I promise.
It will. Get a couple cats and maybe a dog. Alright, ready for my next story? It's kind of short, but it's kind of also fucking insane.
Okay.
My next story is coming from True Off My Chest. There is a trigger warning for suicide and self-harm. The title is, I rejected a guy and he killed himself and posted it in his suicide note.
Oh.
So.
That's crazy.
At the start of the college year, I, 22 female, met a guy who I will call Adam, 21 male. We were both majoring in the same field and we became friends pretty quickly. We talked about a lot of things together because we had hobbies in common and because we shared the same field. I thought he was a great person, but I only saw him as a friend, and also had this other guy I was into who asked me out in December. Last month, Adam asked me out over text. I was extremely shocked as I never thought Adam was into me. I told him I already had a boyfriend and I only saw him as a friend. He kind of ghosted me after that, but I still follow him on Instagram. Well, 2 weeks ago, he posted a suicide note stating that he didn't see the point in living anymore. He stated several bad things happening in his life, including his abusive father, failing grades, debt. However, he also wrote a paragraph about how his heart had been broken by a girl he wanted so badly who turned him down. Ugh. He didn't name me, but obviously I know it's me. It's been 2 weeks, but I've barely slept. I don't know what to feel. I know it's logically not my fault, but I can't help but think that I was a catalyst for Adam's suicide. How do I get past this?
Oh my god, girl, it is not your fault.
Yeah, you're not the catalyst. Like, that's so fucked up to commit suicide and
include her on it.
Yeah, like, not blame people, but like leave a note.
Guilt.
Like, yeah.
Guilting in the afterlife is crazy.
Top comment is, people who get to that point are usually deeply troubled, but also deeply skilled at hiding it. If it hadn't been you, something else would have pushed him over the edge. You couldn't have known.
Right. How would you know?
Someone said, exactly, it's heartbreaking we're responsible for his struggles. Sometimes people carry pain that no one else can see, and it's not on you to fix it. It is crazy. Like, I have worked with people and that's happened, and you would never in a million years guess that they were so sad that they didn't want to be alive.
Sometimes the happiest people. Look at Robin Williams.
Oh yeah, I literally just thought Robin Williams. Wow. Somebody said, I don't think you're a catalyst. Guy should have known you were with someone and clearly never acted on his feelings towards you. For you to even see him as like more than a friend. And OP said, I never told him I was with someone. I didn't mention it to many people. Another comment. I work on the suicide hotline and I am so sorry for your loss and for the emotional turmoil you feel. Please know this. Always. It's not your fault. It was never your fault. And your actions were innocent and honest. You cannot know what's going on in someone. You cannot know what's inside someone else's emotions or mind. Sadly, it seems like he had a lot of pain in his life that you had nothing to do with. If he hadn't latched onto you, he would have done so with somebody else. He needed help you couldn't give and likely suffered from undisclosed mental health issues that were causing him to look for a solution to heal all of his pain. So sad.
That is so sad.
I mean, I do think it's I will stand on that. I do think it's fucked up for him to put that in his note and like this girl's gonna think about that for the rest of his her life. She said no to one guy in college and like it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like suicide is so fucking sad for someone to be so like just think it'd be easier to not be alive. Like, and there's all those stories that like people who survive committing suicide and they say the very last second they regretted it. I hope OP can like work it out. Not like work it out, but like go to therapy, and
I'm sure she'll realize that she's not the reason.
So someone said, not to be insensitive, but are you absolutely certain that he actually did? Because I know someone who did something very similar to this years ago, and it turns out that he was alive the whole time and posted the suicide note as a fucked up attempt to get emotional manipulation towards a girl that turned him down. She goes, yeah, everyone in our circle heard about it. He had a memorial service and everything.
Oh.
Damn. Dude, my fucking ex, like, harassed me for months after we broke up. He was fucking emotionally
crazy
abusive. And I remember, like, I don't know. It had been months since we broke up, maybe 6. It was like I was actually at a concert with my friends, and I woke up in the hotel. And there's, like, a ton of us in this hotel room. People sleep on the floor and shit. And for some reason, I check my phone, and I have an email from him telling me... Yeah, like, he was blocked on everything. I had an email from him telling me that he was going to off himself. And, I mean, he had been doing this. It had been a while, but... Which, I guess this is, like, a little bit different because he was just being a pussy little bitch and trying to win me back by telling me he was going to off himself without me. But... At that point, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to talk to your dad. Like, if you ever speak to me again, I will not hesitate to reach out to your dad and show him all of this shit. Just because, like, that'd be so embarrassing for, like, a family member to see.
Yeah.
You can't put the blame on other people. That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That pisses me that
really heckin' makes me mad.
That really heckin' makes me really awfully mad.
All right. My next story is coming from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole after my boyfriend told me to fuck off because he kept bothering me about getting a clit piercing?
Hey, Amanda, fuck off. I want your cunt to be pierced.
Yeah, pierce the lips together.
Ew.
Wait,
is he willing to get his Prince
Albert? Me and my boyfriend have been together for half a year, and for the most part, it's been a good relationship. But lately, he's been asking me if I can get a clit piercing.
Hey, babe, could you, like, come over here? I want to talk to you about something. You see that little clit of yours? I'd like to have some jewelry.
Hey, Pwincess.
Hey, Pwincess.
For those who don't know what a clit piercing is, it's where a woman gets a piercing in her private part, specifically the clit. The bead-looking thing. Oh, I love that she's giving anatomy. Thank you.
Hold on, can you pause for a second and look at this cat? She loves head scratches. Look at how bad she wants them.
I know. She was just bashing her head against me.
Oh, she loves her head scratches. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just really obsessed with her.
It's dangerous and you have to get it done by a piercer with much experience. And he wants me to get it done by his friend. What?
Ooh.
I told him no.
Why? It's like settling in, getting your... Why would you want that? Is it like that? Can you pierce a clit? Yeah. Or is it like the hood above it?
It's at the hood. I know.
Oh, it hurts. It burns.
I told him no the first time, and he asked.
Oh, additional poop cat. Oh, sorry. I'm like, if you're watching the video, I'm like intensely scratching my baby Gigi's head. She loves it. Okay, I interrupted. Sorry, I love you.
I told him no the first time he asked, and he said okay. But then he mentioned it again when we were done having sex. It would be sexually appealing, and it would look hot on me. I told him no again, and he huffed this time.
What a little bitch.
Huffed because I didn't want a piercing in my vagine.
That can't be healthy. That's got to open you up to some weird infections.
He told me I'm no fun, and I know about his bad girl fetish. I have no idea what that means. I told him many reasons why I don't want a piercing, and soon went to bed as he went to his buddy's place for some reason. He kept this up for a few months, hoping I'd give in, I guess, and every time I said no, but it's really been bothering me because a few weeks back, he asked right in front of his friends, so how about that clit piercing appointment? I looked at him and he looked at me, and his friends looked between us, and I just lost it. I stood up and yelled at him to leave me the fuck alone. About that I wouldn't be opening my legs to someone because you have some weird fetish. He stood up and yelled back at me. It turned into a screaming match. I left my friends, and we hadn't talked since. One of my male friends told me I was a bit mean to air out his fetish like that. Ugh. And that men have needs too.
It seems like he's getting his needs met.
She said, so am I the asshole? But there's an update. Okay, so a lot of shit happened. He finally texted me and told me he'd drop it if I just come home, but I couldn't do it. Him asking me that in front of his friends was the last time for me. I told him we're breaking up, and he took that very badly. He was full on scream crying over the phone. I could hear him breaking stuff in the background.
Wait, because she said they were breaking up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's weird, because that reminds me of my ex.
I soon just hung up, and not even an hour later, he showed up at my friend's house and banged on her door until she answered through the door cam. Jesus Christ, and said I wasn't there. He knew I was there and began kicking the door. He yelled through the door while he kicked it, and it's not just about the piercing, but how I seem to always shut down his ideas. Shit happened, and he actually broke the door down. The police were called. My friend took him to small claims court, and we haven't talked since.
What a fucking...
Though when he was arrested, he called me a bitch, so that's great.
Yeah, he has needs he needs to get met, aka he has anger issues he needs to get under control. Jesus Christ. I don't get my way. I make my girlfriend uncomfortable. She leaves me. I throw a fit and break
down the door.
What are you gonna do? Go in and...
You better get your clip pierced!
Get your clip pierced and don't break up with me ever again, Missy!
So the top comment is... For the love of God, dump him already. He wants to modify your vagina for his sexual gratification. When you repeatedly said no. Why? So you can both get off, so they could both get off to your expense? The guilt trips and manipulation are disgusting. You wasted 6 months of your life on this scumbag.
Oh, they've only been together 6 months?
Yeah, 5 months, yeah.
Bye. Oh my god, and he's fucking freaking out, crying, screaming, destroying things?
One of the male friends told me it was a bit mean to air his fetish out like that, and men have needs too. Yeah, fuck this dude too. He's not your friend.
Yeah, and how do you know what, if you were to get that pierced, how do you know the guy's not gonna, like, have a sneaky camera? Or pull out a camera?
Yeah, it's weird that he wanted his friend to do it.
Yeah.
Look at my girlfriend's puss!
Yeah, you gotta see this chick's clit, dude.
Her clit is crazy.
Maybe she'll leave a snail trail on your table. You gotta watch Righteous Gemstones. Judy, one of the characters, is like the best character in TV history. I promise you that. And that's fact, not opinion.
Not opinion.
Well, I found this one oh wait, are we done?
Yeah, we're done. Leave him. Oh wait, she did. Period.
That reminds me, so I've always wanted to share this story.
Start over.
I've always wanted to share this story in the podcast. My ex, I mean, we broke up like, what? Oh god, at this point, me and my boyfriend now have almost been together for 6 years. We broke up maybe 8-9 years ago.
Probably.
So he had really bad anger problems. He was very emotionally abusive, and like mentally emotionally abusive.
What ex are you talking about? Oh, longer than 8-9 years ago. It's been like over 10 years.
No, because I think we broke up 10 years, because we broke up in like 2016, 2015. I still have emails from him from when I blocked him and everything.
10 years ago.
So, but I have this one core memory because he was such a fucking little bitchy brat.
He was a brat.
One time there was like a burrito place in the city we lived in, R.I.P. Oh, R.I.P. Bombers.
I do miss it sometimes.
Oh, I do. I miss a barbecue tofu burrito. Even though that's like disgusting sounding, I just needed it sometimes. I feel like he didn't like anything but ground beef or something, and we got tacos, and we got up to my bedroom in my apartment, and we opened our food. We were gonna eat our food on my bed. Yeah, it was my bed. We didn't live together yet. And they put not ground beef in his taco. I can't remember what it was. So he fucking freaked out and started ripping up all his tacos all over my bed.
I remember the story.
Did I share on the podcast?
No, but you told me this in life.
Isn't that like, I mean, we were in our early 20s, but I was like...
That's 6-year-old behavior.
I just like got up, stared at him, and walked out of my apartment.
Like, what do you even say?
And like, in reality, I should have been like, can you fucking leave? But I went out... I remember walking out of my apartment, and I lived on like a 3rd floor, so I was sitting at the bottom steps, like I couldn't believe that just happened. I was like in shock. Like,
do you have major ick? You were like, ugh.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, my dad had anger issues when I was growing up, so it like triggers me. But he came downstairs, and I remember he was like, I don't know why I did that. I'm like, and for some reason I let that man follow me to California, which was fucking stupid. Guys, can we take a small intermission so I can show you my cat, Gigi? Hey, look at... Excuse you? How are you gonna get over there? Oh, look at her. She loves a hair tie. She loves a hair tie. She loves to show everyone her asshole. Oh, here, take it.
She said it's mine.
She'll take it in her mouth and just...
Is she gonna pat it? Oh my god, what a cute
She's gonna take it in her mouth and she's just gonna go somewhere with it.
Oh, she's trying to get a good angle on it. Oh my gosh.
GG. You got it? Oh, there's too many cords. Oh, it's back up there now. Come on. There you go. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. I just want to put it over your tail.
Oh, she's so fucking cute.
Anyways, I'll move on to my story. I just wanted you guys to see one of my cats. Look at her. She's got it in her mouth. Oh. Like, typically I'd say don't let your cats play with hair ties. They're dangerous, but she doesn't. She's actually really good with them. I trust her. Okay, guys. This next one is coming from Am I the Asshole? And the title on it is ATAH. Would I be the asshole if I didn't show up to my sister's birth? Blech. A bit of a backstory. Around a year ago, my sister moved back to our hometown after having moved away when I was 15. I kept her updated throughout the years on our family, which has always been quite turbulent. As for long as I can remember, I felt resentment from our mother. She's never hidden the fact that she favors our younger sister, the one I helped raise after our father passed away. Since our dad's death, I've had a very manipulative and toxic relationship with her. I've always tried to be present because everyone else seemed to slowly disappear from our lives over the years. Fast forward to now. I've been no contact with my younger sister for about 2 years. She's in her mid-20s with no desire to get a job and spends weekends getting drunk and making bad decisions. Then, blaming everyone else for the fallout, I became her doormat, and when I finally spoke up, things turned nasty. We haven't spoken since. Now to the part that might make me the asshole. At the beginning of April, I finally made the decision to go no contact with my mother after years of emotional neglect and manipulation. My older sister came over the day after I went no contact with her mom. She validated everything and even told me she had sometimes witnessed our mom's toxic behavior towards me. We then discussed her birth plan, and she said she still wanted everyone in the room. I told her that I'd be happy to be there and that I don't mind who else is there, as long as she felt supported. I was happy. The morning. I woke up to a single message from her partner 3 hours earlier. She's all go. I panicked. My kids were running around, yelling about the Easter bunnies, hidden eggs. I tried calling her partner, no answer. I was scrambling to get dressed while my kids were going wild. He called me back shortly after and told me that she had been in labor since midnight and that they were going to do an emergency C-section. I was heartbroken for her. I know this wasn't what she had wanted. Then he said, your mom's here and has been filled in more. Just ring her. He knows I'm in no position to call my mother. Worse, she is probably loving the fact that I'm not there. I'm sure she made sure my younger sister was there too. So if I show up now, I'll look like I dropped the ball. It plays perfectly into her pattern. She's done this many times before. I asked him if my sister was okay, checked in on him, and congratulated him. I told him the most important thing was everyone is safe. Then I had a full-blown panic attack. It was so bad that my kids put their chocolate in the fridge because they thought they had done something wrong. That broke me even more. I don't want to make this about me because it's not. It's about my sister. But I will not be calling my mother to be manipulated further. I'm staying home today and focusing on making it up to my kids. So does this make me the asshole?
No.
No, and I think your sister will understand.
Yeah, absolutely. And if she doesn't, then fuck her too.
I haven't talked to or have not seen my mom in years. And then we had a death in the family, and my mom and I both went to the funeral. It was like, obviously clearly not about us, but like I was lucky enough to have like my best friend and her husband there with me, and also my best friend's mom, who has known me my whole life and like just knows that my mom's a toxic garbage human. And it was like so awkward, but I just didn't make eye contact with her, and luckily she didn't come up and talk to me. And then there was a memorial service like 3 months later. There was a memorial service, and my anxiety leading up to that memorial service, like because I knew she was going to be there again, me and Colin were like fighting all the time. I mean, we had other shit going on with our brand new fucking house that we bought, and I was like constantly stressed out, constantly anxious. And I just knew my mom was going to be at this memorial service. And obviously memorial services are a little bit longer than wakes or funerals because you're like there eating, talking about the person's life. Then she just didn't even fucking show up. But I was like, no, of course she didn't fucking show up.
Yeah.
But also like I just wasted 3 months being so anxious. It like altered my fucking like life at the time. So I think your sister understands because, I mean, she literally just told you she did. Like, you promised her you'd be there, yes. But if the baby came early, like, maybe if she was going to be induced, it would... I mean, you, like, wanted to be there for your sister, but... Sounds like you have kids. It was hard getting out of the house.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have to find childcare, and then your mom shows up there, like... So let's get into some of these comments. Oh. Why does this have no comments?
When was it posted?
26 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry. There's no comments.
Oh, sorry, guys. We got one of those so new. Let me try to refresh it.
There's no comments.
All right, now we got a couple comments. So one of the comments is, it is about you. I mean, the feelings you wrote. Don't feel the need to be manipulated into doing something you're not comfortable with. That's the web you crawled out of. So maybe try to remember why you went to North Carolina to begin with. Not the asshole. Well, no one is bad here per se, but it's sad to see the special moment tainted with the past. Notice some trauma response as well resurfacing, but that's part of life. I'm sure your sister will understand, and she should. I hope everyone is happy. I hope everyone is happy with her making a quick recovery. Congratulations. And the other two comments are just saying not the asshole.
I agree. Reddit, not the asshole.
Yeah, like this one says, 1, the baby's safe and your sister's safe, you are safe. Those toxic people are loving you not being there, so what? Don't let them have any power over you.
Right.
Exactly. Like, don't let, like I did with my mom for 3 fucking months.
Right. Go Queen. We did it. We made it.
You read 3? Mm-hmm. Oh shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, guys, we recorded 3 episodes in one day.
Joe. We
oh my
did
god.
It.
Well, thank you guys for listening. It's been an honor, but this is our 30th episode, and we're done.
30th episode.
R.I.P. Wapville.
Yeah, this is the end of Yapville, actually. So.
Yep, 30 episodes. We didn't get famous. Fuck it. I'm kidding.
Am I schizophrenic? I keep seeing shit at the corner of my eye.
There's a bird. And people walk by constantly. No, really, thank you. It's not over. It's just getting started. Much. We love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and share with a friend. And we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Mwah.
Click, click, boom.
Feel the beat under your feet.